Good afternoon. My name is Marvin. I'm the founder and CEO of Luka. Immigration is a secular trend across the continent. Jumper for the Nigerians in the room. More than 1 in 3 Africans want to immigrate abroad. Currently, there is over 40 million Africans working abroad in the diaspora, and this is just the beginning. Our thesis is that Africa will supply blue-collar workers to the rest of the world. By 2030, a third of the world's youth will be in Africa. What does that mean? It means that we will be the engine that supplies labor to the world. At the same time, when you look at the Western world, fertility rates are dropping below replacement rates. This will create a huge gap for workers, and Africa will step into that gap. The challenge, however, is that the financial wellness for these workers is largely ignored. Everyone is focused on remittances. Rightly so. It's a $100 billion opportunity in Africa alone, but that barely scratches the surface for what these workers need. Luka will provide the tools that will enable these workers to save, invest, and also access credit back in their home countries, which actually represents 70% of their financial needs. And why are we the right people to solve this challenge? My co-founder and I have both been immigrants. We've lived in the US, the Middle East, and Europe, so we uniquely understand this challenge. And we've also been in banking for over 10 years in each of these continents. We're very excited about this opportunity, and we'd love for you guys to join us on this journey. We've raised $200K from angels, and we'll be looking to do a bigger round next year around Q2, where we'll be looking to raise $1 million pre-seed round. So if any of you is interested, please join us in the back of the tent for a discussion.
Well done. We're ahead of time. Fantastic. Okay, Q&A. Gentleman over there.
Hi Marvin, Edward, chase me. Great idea, love the idea of underage funding, but just a question for you. Which markets do you operate in, and in terms of regulation, how does that look like? Because I know specifically for Kenya, you probably need a license for that. So how are you operating in different markets, and how does regulation come into play? Thank you.
Thank you. So this is a global opportunity, right? Because we have Africans working across the world, and this is not many more. We're looking at the Middle East right now as a focus, just because of the size of the market. We have about 25 million migrant workers just in the Middle East alone, and 5 million of them are African. In terms of regulations, because we are unlocking financial services in the home markets as opposed to where they are, the regulation that we're looking for is actually in Kenya, Uganda, and the likes. We've already engaged the central bank. Here, because we're not really the ones who are underwriting the credit or providing the financial instruments, we're more of sort of like an intermediary. So we've already engaged central bank and the capital markets authority. We should be able to get the licenses. So it's not like a full banking license, if that answers the question.
Next.
My name is Rose with Palladium Group. I wanted to ask as well, what's the financial model, and also what's your current traction?
So we spent the better part of this year developing the product. We're actually just about to launch with the funds that we've raised. We have a wait list of customers. We'll be talking to users in the UAE for, let's say, the last 6 months. We launch next month, so the traction starts then, and that's why we're looking to raise another round until Q2 of next year.
Next question.
Yes, so just curious about, I know this is not a remittance play, but what are the fees that you're making, and from which product on the platform? Is it from the loans? Is it from the the money sending fees? Just talk to us a little bit about that. And also, secondly, what is your demographic that you're aiming for in terms of migrant workers? Are they professionals? Are they not? Just tell us a little bit about that.
So from a business model perspective, we will get loan origination just being intermediary between us and the people who underwrite the credit. From savings and investment options, we will share the management fees with the fund managers who are actually providing the services. We do also expect to earn transaction processing fees as well as interchange fees once we develop a product where we can also offer cards that they can use to spend their money. From a demographics perspective, we're focused on blue-collar workers. Reason for that is actually that type of migration is very unique and temporary. So if you're a white-collar worker and I go to the Middle East, I have access to the food banking platform, right? I get credit, I get credit cards thrown at me every single day. Blue-collar workers actually still remain excluded, and most of their financial needs are back in the home country because they go alone, they leave their families here, they take care of all the bills here, so we want to serve those blue-collar workers. They're primarily in a couple of sectors. We're looking at like domestic workers, the service industry is big, in hospitality and retail as well.